Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it. This is Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. But I want to bring your attention to a show that I'm going to be having tonight. It's going to be very interesting. I'm encouraging all of you, those of you that are listening to this video, to tune in tonight, because perhaps this might be some of the reason why we have all of the mess that is going on in our own country. Because you have to listen to these things. These things, the trouble we've been having in Liberia didn't start overnight. These are things that's been happening from time to time. There are those who came before us, past generation, failed to recognize these things, and will continue to repeat them. And because we ourselves have not yet able to recognize and see if these things can be rectified, so that this country, beautiful country of ours, can be built just by our hands as Liberian. It doesn't matter who you are at this point. Concord country, it doesn't even exist anymore. We're all one another. We're all one country, one people. But if we do not understand why these things are happening to us, we're most likely not going to be able to find solution. So I ask you tonight to join me.
Yet, how does one begin to help people who swim on their own flooded streets to voting booths to vote incompetent criminals back into office?
Yes, that is a big question we all have to answer. How do you help people who will go to the voting booth swimming in their own flooded streets just to vote people in offices who are incompetent? And those incompetent people that are being voted in offices will also appoint people who are also incompetent. So this is like a big deal. How do we help our brothers and sisters to make sure that their voting rights are utilized effectively? They have the voting cards. They must be told how important their voting cards are to all of us. And so I'm saying those of us that have this platform, this is not time for hate. You don't come into this because you hate. You must do all you can to educate the voters themselves, how important their voting cards are. Because of their vote, our leaders be able to do what is right for our people. Join me this evening as I try to explore this particular question and many more that will be coming. Join me this evening at 8 Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, where we will take on this question and be able to see how much we can go. With your help, we, the Liberian people, will be able to educate our brothers and sisters that have the right to vote whoever they want, but they must do so with responsibility. This is Samson Toll, Liberian Public Radio. Thank you very much.
C'est autissement, encore une autre fidèle qui l'Amérique n'a pas bloqué nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a quoi qui j'ai loupé presse. L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué, t'as mon bien de moi avec moi, nous en somme à coup. Bon, moi, bâti au moins, n'est où mon temps dit, t'as mon mouillé, mon sabat de frère, moi, il pleure. Tout là, le pays,
doing anything that people get to amend it. And with me from 2005 to date, we're all doing anything. I've done something. Trust me. I'll be re-elected. You understand? So you don't need to fight. You don't need to destroy your country. You don't need to even condemn your country. You have to be inspired, peacefully, and then convince the people, persuade people. Politics is about persuasion. And it's about what you have done for your people. I have done so much that I don't need pay for. You know why I don't need pay for? Because Liberians love me and they promoted me when I was on a soccer page. You understand? And they were proud to be Liberian when I was on the soccer page. And I've done my best for my country. I'm a former peace ambassador. It doesn't matter what people say. I'm on record.
Yao, abela lokeyo, bivito jobai, bivito namba, matisi mokeyo. Manager Gigi, ouais que jamais forcé ou si tu connais. L'animateur Choco Noscan Yassin de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour Mivito, Aniche les vœux.
Henry, I can tell you the problem of this country with respect to prices, with respect to health, with respect to education, and largely tied to roads. There are no roads. You don't see opportunities where they should be when you don't have roads. From up to 173 years, we only have one road. How do you know what is happening in Bapolu when you don't have road? You don't go there. The prices of goods, commodities on the market are high because to get them to where they are needed. So there's no way you can, when I talk about road, I'm not talking about putting road on the sidewalk in Monrovia, $50,000 road and make it $3 million. We're talking about roads that will open up the country. We're talking about roads that will open up opportunities, roads that will get businesses going and dependency reduced because people believe their goods and commodities can get to the market. That's what we're talking about.
But we will prosecute and will confiscate assets that people steal and acquire by illicit means. I often say that in Liberia, when people get caught, they send their wife, they send their children, they send their relatives, whatever, to come and beg. I'm saying the Liberian people, don't come and beg. You know, don't come and tell me, oh, stand to help you get elected. He talk nice about you on the radio station. Now he's stealing, so forgive him. Stanley should have known when he was stealing that we're going to punish him. So there's going to be consequences. That's the first thing. Then we have to make sure we're paying people a living wage. So we did the arithmetic, we did the math in 2017 that when you look at policeman's salary or healthcare worker's salary or teacher's salary, by the middle of the month, the money finished. By the time they pay rent, they buy food, they pay the children tuition, and of course, they're not going to starve, right? So the policeman will pull you over, the teacher will accept bribe, they change grades.
Good evening, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. We're on it again this evening. We say thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Please, whatever you do here, please share this video. Share it as many people as you can. We're here to have conversation with you guys. What I'm going to do here tonight, though, I will be as soon as I start the program, I will put a number up, and those who want to call in immediately can do so. We can have conversation. But all that I ask is that, and when I call time, you should respect the time. We cannot go on and on because we got a lot of stuff here to do. As you can see here, I told you guys, this is just the one binder, one. I have more binders down there, but I'm going to do little by little. The intent here again tonight, but before we do that, safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for putting us together here. Lord, we ask you to continue to bless us and guide us. Lord, we specifically offer a prayer tonight for a friend that is in the hospital. We offer a specific prayer tonight. That person, my God, they're in your hand. Their family in your hands. We ask that you continue to do what you have done, continue to do. Lord, you're just merciful. You're just merciful. All we have to do is believe, and I believe that you will do all you can to make sure everything is all right with that person and their family. My Lord, we also ask you tonight again to continue to guide us as we come here, my Lord. Guide our thoughts, guide our mouth, guide our tongue. Whatever comes out of our mouth tonight, my Lord, must be something of a decent proposal for our brothers and sisters. My God, cleanse us tonight with all jealousy, all envies, all hate. Take it out of our system tonight. We ask you, my Lord, to continue to bless us and protect us and give us the strength to do what we have to do. Many Liberians tonight in the diaspora are looking up to you, praying to you to be able to have that strength to be able to wake up in the morning, go to work and work. Because we have two tables. We have a table here in the diaspora we put food on, and we have table back home in Liberia. Literally put food on. Month ends, we put food on. Middle of the week, we put food on. Only because the opportunity you provide for us. My God, if I just think about some of the things that you have done, who am I to complain? Who am I to complain for the little 1 or 2 cents I sent to people? My God, thank you. Thank you. There's no complaint here. There's no complaint here. Every time we do these things, we say you thank you for the opportunity. And we ask you to continue to provide the opportunity for us. My Lord, election is at hand. Our leaders, with your guidance, are now having conversation among themselves. But you cannot be divorced from that conversation. I ask you to look in, guide them to do what is right for our people. We ask you, my Lord, to bless the Republic of Liberia. And we put the Republic of Liberia and its people in your hands. Guide us all. Guide us all. Election must come and go, but we will stay. Guide us all. For us to see that election is just a process. If we do it well, we all enjoy, my Lord. Make us to see that. Open our eyes. That it is only election, it's not war. We're not fighting against each other. We're not here for hate, my Lord. Open our eyes to see each other engagement, to see. We ask you, my Lord, as we put the country and its leader in your hand, give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. My God, only you that can help us all. We ask you, my Lord, to bless the country, the host country, the United States of America, on a whole leadership and the security, that the opportunity you give us, we're working and sending money back home. We ask you to bless the country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, folks, let's go ahead. Tonight's program, like I said, let me go ahead and put a number up. You know my name already. The progressive is here. But let me just put a number up here very quickly, so that those who want to call in can call in. But when you call and I don't pick up, it doesn't mean that I'm not paying attention to you. Why am I putting his number up? This man here. Yeah, my number here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, when I start, I'm going to be doing a lot of reading here tonight. So as I read and you feel you have contribution to what I'm going to be making, some commentating about my subject matter, you're welcome to it. The phone number is there. But if you call and I ask for time, please let's respect each other's space. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Let me quickly go ahead and set this up so that we will be able to. The only person, no, I better not say that, because if I say that, I know him. They begin something else. He threatened to take me to how do you call it? What kind of convalescent home now? I play. You want to take me now, my people? So I better not even call him in tonight, because I want him to stay away from me as much as possible. If I call him in, he will come up. So I will not even call him in. But he threatened now to take me to a group home now, because he think I'm too old and I stay around. So the best thing that he can do now is to take me to a group home. Hey, but that's fine. But anyway, on a very serious note, thank you guys. Thank you for joining tonight. It's a wonderful thing what we do here. And as I stated before, as long we're in these things here, not because of jealousy. Don't get me wrong, I'm a human being. I can be jealous, and I am jealous of a lot of stuff. But when I open this mic and open this camera, I ask God to look into me, cleanse me of that. And I will not come here and lie to you. Even if I support whatever Kennedy name that I support, or whoever I support, if I see something that is not right, I will say so. Because it's better for me to ask God, come out here, spend almost 5-10 minutes praying to Almighty, then I come here because of my preference. But they may doing good. Then I start lying. No, I will not do it. I will not lie. No. I will not lie. I will tell you all the truth. And people will get very with me. Okay. But if you very with me and deep inside of me, I know that I'm telling you the truth. When I go to bed, that's the point that I don't want to be bothered with. You go to bed when you finish doing something bad, or when you finish lying something, you go to bed, you can't sleep, you turning, you're trying to snore, you can't even snore, say your eyeball open, you're begging for sleep. Because why? You got something to I say here. People don't like it here. I leave, I go to bed, baby, sleep fine. That's all it is. You don't like me, we'll talk about it later. But if my God says something where he did bad, then that's not a good thing. I don't want to even for God to think like that about me. No. So I will be truthful. I'll be truthful. Now, before we go on here, let me put myself in a mood here this evening. Progressive mood. And folks, please. But anyway, I'm not going to say, let me just play this music.
Who owns Papa's land? We want to know who owns the land. Who owns Papa's land? We want to know, Papa's land, Papa's land. We want to know who owns the land. Who owns Papa's land? We want to know.
Okay, Son of Kuzu, Samson, okay, folks. Yeah, I'm in the mood. Okay, the last time we were here, before we were intellectually disrupted by free thinker. He called himself free thinker, but I believe they're saying the people saying they're saying. But tonight, I number 9, Walter Carter, Prince Sherry, you had a number there. You're not saying anybody. You had a number there. You call me when I say something you don't like it. You call me. Let's discuss it. Okay. You had a number there. Okay. No, on a very serious note, let's go ahead. The last time we were here, I was reading the what I call, well, not me, what they call executive summary from the Propo agenda. And I'll do the Propo agenda, but tonight I'm taking a little bit sidebar. I will be discussing little discussion about the core report, KROLL. Okay, their report about the $16 billion. I will read a little bit about that. I will also read. This one is Auditor General Report of Factual Finding of the $25 million map out. I will bring those things out. So if you guys don't think these things are not true, call me. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Let's go ahead. Okay, let me welcome a few people here. Wow. Oh, good friend. Son Jared, son. But yeah. Hello. Big brother. Madam Yoi, thank you. Terry Collins, thank you for joining us. Sese Goya, the smarter. But Sese, I got one question for you. But when we meet tomorrow, I'll ask this question. I know you are young, so perhaps but you're learning, man. So I know these things when they bother you, all you have to do is just go do a little reading and you will know. Have you been up to speed with the 70 progressive? That will be Dr. Tipote, when Tipote brought in slippers, and the tire slipper I used to wear them too. They call it Tipote in Monroe. It was the thing to do. Because we didn't want to waste money to go buy shoe. But after a while, you can't wear Tipote to go to EJ Raw. I say, no. The other progressive business, but I get you I want platform shoe. I wanted to go to EJ Raw. But no, seriously, Sissy, as smart as you are, I just thought I threw a question out there to you tonight. But thank you for joining us. Okay, all of you guys, thank you guys. Talasin, thank you for joining. We appreciate it. So let's go ahead. The Propo agenda, the summary. And it's interesting. It's interesting to know these things. So the last time we were here, I stopped to the goals of the Propo agenda. In view of the foregoing, it says, and taking into consideration progress made over the past 12 years, speaking about the past administration, objectives of the Propo agenda are, number 1, and I'm reading that thing, so ask yourself, when I finish that, is it what happened? Every time I post something to you, I'm not saying I'm giving you answer, I'm just putting it to you. You make that judgment. I'm not here to make the judgment for you, but I'm putting it out there. And if you see that Tabata are talking about, that's okay with me too. Okay. So it says, to build a stable, resilient, an inclusive nation, embracing our tripartite heritage, angle on our identity as African. I stand with that word. I am. My identity is built on Town Rock. You can't change it. 2, to lift an additional one. That's what they said they're going to do back in 2018. To lift an additional 1 million Liberians out of absolute poverty over the next 6 years. Up to this time, 1 million is supposed to be out of poverty. And reduce absolute poverty by 23% across 5 of the 6 regions through sustained and inclusive growth driven by scaled up investment in agriculture, infrastructure, and human capital development. They didn't say anything here about foreign company oversharing Liberian company with what the system they have. And I have the Liberian engineer president here the last time. The system they have, which is called pre-finance. I don't get fasting. I broke like church rat. God forbid. Another broke. I got 5 cents, 2 cents to eat. So I can't spoil God need. But somebody, okay, let's just say somebody in total broke like church rat. Then you say that person will pre-finance company, $100 million company, before they can start. You put it in here. How are you going to do that? You're not doing it. Somebody, but then when that pre-finance business put in place, then a foreign company that have the money and they're willing to give kickback. And Liberians are pushed out. And now they are becoming a serious spectator. Forget spectator. And you know how when you go on the 4 Anthony Tubman Stadium those days, they got stadium wing on both sides. Then they got the stadium. The stadium at $5. Stadium wing was like $2.50. Then around the field, 25 cents. That sounds into there now. I was a spectator. But the way this thing is run, forget about around the field. You know where you're standing right now watching a football game at Anthony Tubman Stadium? You on top of the building, public web building. You're not even spectator around. You way outside looking inside. That's how the system is. Let me move on. The key measurements for progress on the first goal will be, not it is, they say will be the social cohesion and reconcile. They call it index. The goal is to improve index from 6.6 to 8. The other indicator will be civil trust coexistent that is expected to improve from the current value of 2.5 to 7% over the pay period. Okay, what are they talking about here? Well, you know where we're coming from. So they said the first thing they want to do is bring people together. Bring all of us together. They're not CDC, they're not the Liberty Party, everybody Liberian. You can't let work together and build this thing. That's how they said they were going to do. Are they doing it? Have they done that? It's left for you. Finally, government will track perception and national security and personal safety. Personal safety. I don't want to touch it yet. Personal safety, satisfaction with state services deliver and confident in a national institution. That one alone, they don't even get F. The letter grade I get ain't even exist here. Go and make that letter grade here because it's so below everything. It's at the core of Earth. It's still the heat down there is still burning it. The GDP growth rate is expected to reach 7.7% by 2020. Did it happen? I want you to check that. And will average 7% over the pay period. And I mean, every year, 7%. It will remain a key measurement of progress on the second goal. Progress on the second goal will also be measured by advancement towards the sustainable development goal. Key measurements on inclusion And adequate will be the Human Development Index. Did I read that correct? Yeah. Who cares? And the supplementary assessment, multiple dimension of human progress. They're talking about that right now. So let me go on. It not interesting me. You know why it not interesting me? Because I don't want to call the guy who wrote this here because he's a good friend. And so I want to leave him out of it. Okay. For the first time in our NDP, National Development Program, the target had also presented, let me be serious a little bit, presented from both regional and sectoral perspective, succeeding in decomposition of the national indication of the subgender level. Okay, that's the pillars. Let's go straight to the pillar. Pillars of the pro-poor agenda. Folks, we're not playing around. Pillar of the pro-poor agenda. Okay. The pro-poor agenda also presents the indicator in results framework for each of its 4 pillars as tool to assist. You hear that? I told you this was the blueprint. They said they got a tool to assist them to achieve these things. So in order for you to have a tool to be able to assist, you have already identified what you need assistance for. You can't say something to assist me as if in what things I don't know yet. When I get out, I want the assistance. Give it to me anyway. When I get there, I can. What am I assisting you with? Are you going to buy a dairy woman and you need my help? Well, what kind of assistance you need? You building house, you need an assistant. You know, but these people they have already identified. Okay. This is what it's pillar as tool to assist government ministry, agency, commission, and partner to logically link invention to the higher level goal over the next 5 years, which in turn will bring Liberia closer to the realization of the aspiration defined under the Vision 2030. Each result framework will inform the revision of existing sectoral strategy plan as they expire, monitoring and elevating through the national strategy statistical system, budgeting for the priority on the medium-term expenditure framework. They're talking too much finance right now. And now we're there again. And how to make the most of the cross-section linkage. Yeah, the cross-section linkage. My understanding of that is cross-section of the country. How do you bring people from Brangida, people from Cape Mount? How you bring them together? What kind of wire are you going to put there so that the bridge that will bridge the gap, so to speak, to make progress toward the Vision 2030 goes over the next 5 years. The strategy are built around these 4 pillars, pro-poor agenda pillars, which from the pathway of the next 5 years. 1, I will only name those 5. I mean the 4 they have here, and I'll stop the reading for the night. Let me see. Any interesting thing here to read? Yeah. I will go to one other page. 1, they said Prince Sherry, Walter Carter, and I number 9. That's Aaron, one of the best midfielders of Liberia that I know. A young man, very, very brilliant soccer player. Y'all call me, if I say something here that you don't let, y'all give me a call. I'm being very specific with your need tonight. Okay. The pillars are power to the people to reduce developmental inequality so the people can prosper. Is it happening? Was CDC able to carry out that process? You be the judge. 2, the economy and jobs. Economic stability and job creation through effective resource mobilization and prudent management of the economic inclusion. CDC, are they doing that? Because this is their blueprint. Are they doing that? Have they done that? Where we are, is that now? How are you going to write this and half of $16 billion missing? How are you going to have this and have a map up that failed miserably under the watchful eye of the captain, Minister Toy. And I got some video here where Minister Toy denied even being ahead of this mop-up exercise. He said, I just get the money to the people and everything else that was up to them. How you talk to all of that, Samuel Toy? You think we're drinking water through our, you know what? Anyhow, let me go on. 3, sustaining the peace, promoting cohesive society for sustainable development. Yeah. The only issue, and I'll be truthful here again tonight, there have been a lot of accusations about Jefferson Kochi involvement in these little stuff that tend to derail this sustaining peace business. Why is his name keep coming up? You mean they hate that young man so much? Is it because he dressed well? That's why people hate him like that? Well, why is his name keep coming up? And because of that, you think and he's not a small potato. He's one of the big way in the inner circle. So why does the name keep coming up? So does it mean there's sustaining peace here? Is it going to be affected by his behavior? If in fact they are true. Let's move on. 4, governance and transparency. President, we are refused to totally tell the Liberian people. And then one part, I don't have to read, I got to start right away. They refuse to totally tell the Liberian people how many dollars you got coming into the presidency. He did a declaration, but we didn't even know yet. What is there to hide? You made millions. Who in Liberia, only those that were born yesterday, don't know that you got money. You made millions overseas. And people say, oh, he wasted all his money. I don't believe that. He still got money. But tell us. But yes, there's another thing here. When you during his senatorial campaign, he said he had $200,000 and some more $1,000. So when you have those kinds of people know you got money. Then when the issue with which is public, by the way, the issue with child support here in the United States, there was another discrepancy in terms of his money, income. Now those 3 items together, those 2 items together, and now when he became president, he didn't declare out of a certain, and I will say out of a certain because I'm saying out of a certain because there was not, when he was senator, we didn't see any bulldozer moving. Maybe he was in the work. Maybe he already have the blueprint to build those things already, had the money. But for goodness sake, speak to that. Liberians are wondering about it. Speak to it. Nobody is accusing anybody of stealing anything. Speak to it. He has not done so. Let me go on. Governance and transparency, and inclusive and accountability public sector for share. What Moruba Moru say? What did Moruba Moru tell us? I say Samson told. The chairman of CDC told us, public record. I'm not making it up. So you say he said that liquor talk. Okay, that liquor talk. Let me talk about it. Liquor talk then. Since that liquor talk, I agree, liquor talk. But let me talk about it. Okay? Public record. What did he say? He said every time the president go out and people give him money, he gotta get percent of cut. Transparency is not there. I don't see it. Let me read it. Governance and transparency, an inclusive and accountable public sector for shared prosperity and sustainable development. Okay? Those are the 4 pillars. Now, of those 4 pillars that I just listed here, Prince Sherry, Walter Carter, I number 9, Aaron Bradford, that is. You ain't coming here, are going on, are reading. Okay. Each pillar has a goal and a set of development outcome to be produced over the next 5 years. You hear that? That means they already have these things under control. Okay. And let me go over the Propo agenda is overall the Propo agenda is committed to don't say that. I will read again. Overall, they say the Propo agenda is committed is committed to achieving 120 national targets over the next 5 years. The intervention on the pillars, pillar 1 and 2, contribute directly to the poverty reduction. Economic empowerment goals. Why those on pillars 3 and 4 will contribute to the building of peace and a united country pursuing a new vision of full integration into the African continent, both in culture and vision. To lift Liberians out of poverty, the enabling environment must be created. Oh, my people. Let me read that again. To lift Liberians out of poverty. This proper agenda saying when they launched it in Ganta, Eugene Falconer was in the front of the band dancing because they have done something good like nobody in the country, nobody in Liberia have done, no leadership in Liberia have done before, according to them at the time. But let me read that. To lift Liberians out of poverty, the enabling environment must be created through the intervention in pillar 3 and 4. A stable and resilient nation on African continent can only emerge through wise investment. What happened? McGill sanctioned. My own friend, the Solicitor General sanctioned. Bill Tuare Wakuba Jr. sanctioned for corrupt behavior, according to the paper. A stable and resilient nation on the African continent can only emerge through wise investment in education, health, infrastructure, in ways that reverse the perception embarrassing in development across population growth and region of Liberia. Recognizing the malfeasance and malstation nature of sustainable development, the intervention outlined in the proper agenda are formulated to tackle. You see what I've been telling you? They got the plan to tackle the building constraint, the binding constraint, concurrent, and from all the key dimension measure using the MPI. I don't know what MPI. That business. Okay. Implementing and coordinating arrangement. Like, I'll read a little bit of that. Drawing on lesson learned. You see, this is the smart behavior of I've been telling you, sedition, they are smart. They are not dumb. Very, very, very smart. All that noise they were making, carrying casket and doing all that thought they were doing, but they were paying close attention to the way Salih government were operating. And there were those among them that were jogging down, taking notes, good and bad policy. You think CDC, Lord, opposition, you don't pour yourself to God. These people, CDC will flock us. I'm telling you, don't take them for granted. Deal with them on the intellectual level. Don't think so because they're doing sour and that's it. No, they're very smart. And I will show you, I will demonstrate that. Something happened, I think today, saying yesterday, today. The president had lifted sedition up again. But I'm just waiting, it's just a matter of time before somebody will come put their foot, CDC will put their foot in the mouth again. It's just a matter of time. I will get to that. The people are very smart. Those days, they have group, certain group of carrying casket and sour. But there were those with pencil and paper taking notes. Things that they will not do once they're successful. Things that they will do, they see from the administration, from the past administration, good and bad. So they were not stupid. So anyway, drawing on lesson learned during the implementation of the AFT, a pro agenda national steering committee. And people, I told you, they're smart. committee will replace the Liberian Development Alliance Steering Committee as an apex level coordinating and decision-making body. And you go ask CDC right now. Let them talk about this. I think it was Sisse that said that yesterday, or someone talking to him. He said if you were to put Moluba Molu, Nathaniel McGill, President WEAH, Jefferson Kochi, and Samuel Twe, and all of the big we, you put them together. I mean, just put them in a room and ask them to talk about, not together now, put them one by one, ask them to talk about the pro-poor agenda. Each of them will give you different definition of what pro-poor agenda is to them. So if you have people who have no clue, have no clear understanding of the pro-poor agenda, what do you expect? They will ignore it because they don't know it. They have no clue. We go on. Okay? Coordinating and decision-making body. It will be a smaller body chaired by the President of the Republic of Liberia. Do they have that right now? I don't think so. Each pillar will be led by the champion, whose primary role will be to convene quality meeting to deliberate on progress toward the development outcome and resource requirement from multi-sectional perspective. If these people have done this, what I just read, if they have done that, nobody coupled with the popular person like President WEAH, and if they have done these things, because when you have these kinds of meetings and you're finding out what is happening, you won't have the kinds of issue you have with the sanction, because immediately some people will be, and when you're doing it, you have to be sincere across the board. And people will start saying, "My girl, you can't make that statement you made in Bok County. That is wrong, unacceptable." But which one of those people able to face my girl to make comment like that to him? Nobody. And you have Samuel Twe talking about benevolent dictator. Who able to face it from any of the circle? Who able? Nobody. So these people they're allowed to do whatever they want to do and say whatever they want to say. But what their song say, you can keep your blueprint. We will build. When you're building, you got blueprint that you'll build wrong. I say so. Okay? So let's go on. 12 technical group. Look, these people, I told you, they're not dumb. See, it's opposition. When your team say you will beat CDC because your team is dumb, don't blame me, Don't blame me. Don't blame me for the next 6 years. You have to attack CDC strictly based on intellectual and policy matter. You cannot attack CDC based on hate and who got a longer pen, who got an up their shoe, and all that. It will not work. If you attack CDC on personality, they will flock you. We all look at me. But what I'm wearing right now, I able to measure myself with Jefferson Kochi on dressing business. I able. So if I want to approach and engage Jefferson Kochi, I must do it from the perspective of intellectual engagement. If I don't do that, Jefferson Kochi will drag me through the mud. And you are part of it. You don't understand. Hey, man. You're really getting to me. You sit down here and you're engaged these people on a personal level. They will flock you. Let me go on. You think these people are stupid? They're smart. They're very intelligent. And here's the interesting thing about the CDC. The most intellectual, except for Samuel Twe. I'm ready yet. Except for Samuel Twe. But most of the intellectual among them, they don't like to talk. When President reading his speech, some of the speech, when he's reading it, and you read those speeches, you will know that they have intellectual among them. And one of them here today, I will point it out. Man, you're going to attack CDC. You must do so based on policy issue. How their policy has failed us. And you must demonstrate that by saying you told us you're going to do this, you have done that. Where is the correlation? That's why we fail. Show them. But you come out and say they want get color in your hand, they want to say you a kid person, and they want to say they want here he got plenty of women that plenty of women Liberian people will eat. Man, I beg you, man, opposition, you'll find something else to do. Okay. Comprised of experts and specialists. Listen to this. From MSC, DPI, a civil society and business representative. This is where that's one of the reasons why they throw the pro agenda away. Because the pro agenda recommending to them, in order for you to be successful, you got to go into this group and bring the experts from this group to join you. They are Liberians, to join you and build a country. And this is why if CDC is flocked and defeated based on policy, this is going to be one of the reasons. Because they fail to bring those Liberians that can complement their standing. But they say no. And you remember when they came to power, when they wanted to play for that money, saw that group that was dancing, that was an inner circle. No, and you saw the way they were dancing. I will bring that video, I will play. You saw they were dancing that money, the way they were dancing. The Pope President, we are pretty much in a circle. That means no one else was allowed to enter. You think people are stupid? But this is what we're going to deal with. And you think I'm coming to Kanye and said the person don't know this, the person don't know that. I don't want to send them to school. That I mean, I say I will take care. I'm ready, yeah. I'm ready, yeah. I'm ready. Yo, talk. Don't worry. Yo, talk. We got plenty of time. Yo, talk. Okay. I'm ready, yeah. So let me read this. So, okay. They said they will bring all the people from all over to help the pro-poor agenda. A pro-poor agenda implementation coordination and delivery unit will serve as secretariat. But this is just the group they're telling you. Let's go to the financing. And that will be the last one. The provisional financing target of the set of activities of the pro-poor agenda is, you ready for a drum roll? Oh, I don't want to touch it because if I touch it again, I don't know how to put it back. I'm going to play some drum here. I want to play the drum here. You ready? You ready for this? You ready for this? The provisional financing targets of the set of activities of the pro-poor agenda is $6 billion. Current forecast on domestic revenue indicate that 42% will be realized through domestic revenue, domestic resource mobilization. The remaining will be secured through a combination of y'all help us out and financing from loan across the international community. Folks, have they done that? Have they done that? No, they have not. And let me take myself on and play this. Then I'll open. Then I'll take the call. Let me play this here, folks. Listen to this young man. They call him Aliu. I don't know him, so please. But listen to his statement. Listen. It's not like Liberian didn't see this thing coming. If CDC and sedition have taken themselves out of the war zone and merged themselves as winner and govern as winner, we won't face, because a lot of people were telling them what they were doing, they were going to face problem. They were not listening. Let's listen to this guy.
Address this issue from a public finance management perspective, because when you want to talk about how the government is able to fund investment activities, fund productive activities in the economy, it has to be able to generate resources to do that. If you look at that, like Liberia, the nature of our budget, government raise resources through domestic revenue and through partner financing, and spend those money in the economy. And the way the government spends the money in the economy also helps to generate revenue for the government. But now there's the problem that we have. When the government took over, the instant risk, I told them that the biggest risk to the budget, to public finance, was the risk of the payroll going out of hand. Because why? You have a lot of ministers coming across the government bureaucracy from ministries, agencies, and all of these people were under significant pressure to bring on new people into those bureaucracies. So once you do that, you actually expand the public sector wage bill to a level beyond control. And that is exactly what we have seen. The public sector wage bill has gone up, and that continuously be reducing the wage bill, the salary of people. But they did that already in July last year when they did the 10 to 15, 10, 7, 8% cuts for ministers and directors. They did that already. So they've already done cuts. So if they do any other cut, it will be the second cut in the year that they will be doing to payroll, when in fact prices of goods and services are going up. You will be actually stifling the purchasing power of people in order to make sure that they do the kind of investment, the kind of expenditure in the economy that will lead to more growth. So now this is the issue: how the government is preventing itself from doing from addressing some of those issues. Just look at talk to business people that are doing a business with government around. They are not getting paid. Everywhere, all of the business people are complaining they are not getting paid. Even government tenders these days are not competitively bid. So there are so many issues, and the procurement process signals government relation with the entire business community. So if you have a system in which the procurement process is not open, it's not transparent, you do not have a system where people basically compete in the lowest price and people get contract on the basis of merit, it's basically going to disturb the whole flow. As a result, what you now have in the place is, one, because payroll has gone up, so government now has to devote more resources to payroll. And secondly, because government is not able to adequately fund the operation of government, that is providing fuel, providing stationaries, providing all of those basic things that allow the government bureaucracy to run, it is exactly that money that goes to businesses. So for the very few businesses that are actually doing business with government, that are doing contract for government, they are not also getting paid. So some of these businesses are laying off people. So the first thing that
There you have it. There you have it, folks. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. There you have it. The young man told us that was back in 2019 because they saw it coming. People leaving ministry, if they appoint you, you come in, they tell you how many people to bring on. Where the money coming from? Where the money coming from? They don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it. Okay, I will take few calls, then I'll go on to the auditor report. So anybody want to give me a call now, please do so. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit. Give me a call whenever you're done. You call me. I will pause what I'm doing, and I will go on. But here's another thing here. President WEAH also saw this thing. He saw it coming, and he tried to warn them, but they were not listening. They were not listening. They were not even going to listen to him. He told them, don't tell me, don't thank me. Don't praise me. I'm the one supposed to thank you. I'm the one supposed to praise you because you gave me the opportunity to lead and do what I want to do, what I've always wanted to do for this country. The opportunity is there now. I'm paraphrasing now, but I want to play this video for you. President, we are telling the people back then, don't sour me. Don't, the president, don't come praising thing here. It's my job. I was elected by Liberians. I'm president of the Republic of Liberia, not the Republic of CDC. But they are not listening. They say, we're not going yet. Let's listen to President WEAH. Samson, too. Let's listen in.
Our country, it doesn't matter how many homes you got there, if no roads to connect, it's not completed. So I am happy with my road projects. From the capital to the hinterland, I will continue with my road projects. Anyone that will come after me will find something else to do. But I think that Liberia, being the first African Republic, also needs a road network. And this is what we're doing. You don't need to tell me, that's my responsibility. I need to thank you for making me to serve the country.
You heard it? It ain't come from a mother. You don't need to thank me. I need to thank you because it's my responsibility. The president started warning them ever since, but they were not listening. Sour all day. Sour. Y'all call me now, Prince Sherry. Walter Cotter. IE number 9. That will be Aaron Bropra. Anyway, they're one of the best midfielder, but I call you IE number 9. Y'all call me now and dispute what I'm saying. The opportunity is here. Your call. I'm waiting for your call. The president just told us, you don't need to thank me. You don't even need to praise me. It's my responsibility. If sedition had listened, we would have gone a different place. Give me a call, 91. I know they will not call me tonight. Because they're scared. They call someone that will put their foot in your mouth tonight. I'm waiting for them. Folks, we do. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, Terry. Let's go ahead. Hello, Terry. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Thank you.
I know your guys won't call you tonight because you're low strong. But
Terry, let me merge Davis with you, please. Just hold on 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, Davis, just hold on, Terry. Let Terry finish making his point, then you can go on. Terry, go ahead.
Yeah, what I just want to say is that I think that this election will give President Weah the shock of his life. You know, like I was just thinking, like you see, President Weah and all the seditions. Because I don't really want to believe that President Weah will be shocked. I want to believe the seditions will be shocked. The reason I say this is because you remember when Darius didn't won the elections, there was a reason why Darius didn't won the elections in Liberia. When people voted for Darius didn't without him spending a dime, people wasted themselves. Why? Because just what you're talking about, that map up exercise that Samuel 12 did, and all that kind of thing that the government started with the condominiums, it turned a whole lot of things around. So the people voted the way they voted for Darius Dillon to prove to President Weah that we do not like the way you're running the country. And since then, things have gotten worse. And then Darius Dillon went by again.
Okay.
Enough money. They did a lot of things. They put Thomas Fala there. The people overwhelmingly, they increased the vote to 200,000 to send a message to President Weah, and still he did not learn. From that time up to now, his government continued to do worse. So I think that the people are just waiting for October 10th. That is what I want to believe.
Thank you.
And secondly, this money that the legislature have signed into law, this particular money that is going to dump into the economy these few days, I believe CDC will spend a lot of money, but it will all be to no good. Because the Liberian people, I want to believe they are setting to give President Weah and the CDC a shock that they will never recover from easily.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Davis, go ahead.
Yeah, just to buttress my brother, it's a toll. It's not easy. Can you imagine yourself when you go visit home? And Africa, if we just take your airplane to Africa airport, because saying you're passing through Africa to come to Totan. Because this time you can come from Rawafi to Totan, you can come from Africa to Totan. So if our living is in the southeastern region, I will only take flight for Africa now. Abidjan and take bus and come towards the border and get cross and get to where I want to go. It's a shame to this government. All the big people from the same region, they're making pay. They can't even get carried paid up. Let's say they have been come where the other senator named Maserado to be greater role in Maserado.
Sir Joseph.
Why they can't greater than Uno County too? Why they can't get greater there to be greater than Uno County? Speaker, you got to pass through Africa. This Santa Maria was given our speaker. I was being happy. He said, this is not your country. This is not a road for you to come take ferry to get to the place. You have this thing. That ferry said, "Go on what will be better."
Okay. All right.
Why you still not be making budget for yourself? And Mr. Tore, the embarrassing part is, can you imagine the collecting taxes from people for 2 years?
Yeah.
Then what happens? The other government account. Even if you the CDC win, what will happen? You finish collecting my tax for 2 years. I say I don't want to pay tax again until my 2 years finish. What you gonna close my business now?
Thank you, Davis. All right, thank you, folks. David, thank you very much. But please don't. Okay, all right. Thank you, David. Let me do one more thing here, folks. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Let me do one more thing here, please. All right, and I'm going to be sending this thing out here, but I want to do this here. Here they are. I see the picture. Every time I see the picture, then I truly, truly come to admire the vice president. Not only I respect her as sister, but I think the woman's strong. The thing they put her through when she became vice president, public, non-private, public. We heard that little young man insulting her, who was operating they said the radio station belonged to the EPS bus, insulting her publicly and no reprimand from anybody. The man is still, I believe now he's at EBC. But the vice president now is their go-to, is the face of CDC. The face of CDC is the same woman, the same sister that they were degrading. She had an interview with Front Page Africa. I have all of that. If y'all say a lot, I will make it a show. If y'all say a lot, I will make it a 2-hour show. But the point here is this. Those of us that believe in God say you don't know tomorrow. And that's why you always have to be humble. So that when your staff start deeming tomorrow, those who start as shining, they will see you, because when your star was shining, you were there for them. But this lady, she knew, you see, she's a very smart politician as well. She knew very well that they're all in a boat together. So she decided, I'm going to put my personal feeling, my personal stuff below the interest of the group. This is what I call group 7. The way they treated her. You heard Esther, what's her name? Esther Walker stuff here the last time. Where from day one, because I don't know, they call her Damada or Debida, what kind of thing they call it somewhere in one of the counties where they made her, gave her doctor or Zoe or whatever. And they started berating them. I mean, they completely went off for rail. Yeah, the one. What's his name now? What McGill? McGill not here. What Monuba Moru? But Monuba Moru have always been respectful. Anyway, where are the people? Is this lady now you're sending to Grand Yida, you're sending to Lofa, you're sending all over the place to talk for you. To talk for you. CDC. But anyway, I would advise, my advice and my suggestion to the opposition is that they should not take you guys lightly. CDC, you saw what Samuel Twain did the last time. Let me take a picture up now. I just want to show that. You saw what Samuel Twain did the last time, right? When he went to ELBC. Samuel Twain, the man who play with money, who play with number like this, blah, 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 blah. He talk with number, just something to design role. Blah, 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 blah. There's nothing to him. Then that the man we can't say they took 27 million out of poverty. He threw that number in there to throw you guys off. And that's exactly what Liberian did. As soon as they heard that, oh, the man made a kind of mistake, they look at it, that the one they were going after. The fact that he said the pro-poor agenda has failed, that was not the topic. Samuel 12 brought out 27 million poverty issue, people out of poverty, because when he admitted that the pro-poor agenda has failed, because of that failure, because of that process, after he finished admitting, he realized, This is not the way it's supposed to go. And he threw that number off. Samantha is not very smart. He knew exactly how Liberia was going to react. But let me go on. Folks, Samson told Liberian Public Radio, look at this other picture here. And this is why I'm saying to all of you in opposition camp, whatever you are, don't take these people for granted. Look at this. Let me read this to you. Okay? And this what I'm going to be reading right now is on what happened? Okay. What I'm going to be reading to you is on I call it Daily Observer. Very interesting piece. Very interesting piece. And your thing say President WEAH is not a politician. This young man has grown into this position. He has grown into this position. And he must be approached and engaged from that perspective. You come and approach or engage President WEAH because you think you don't know anything, he will suck you. Let me say this. Let me go to this piece here. Okay. Okay, on Data Observer, it says here, Liberia, President WEAH exerted Liberia-U.S. relationships, say both countries have stood test of time. But I'm not going to read the whole thing. But the gloves is off. They're off. Let's go down here. Let's go down here. Let's go here. President WEAH speaking now. We hold these shared value, secret, and have defended them unrelentingly, and will continue to defend them without compromise. What are the value? I'm coming to those. All right, let me take this one and I'll come back again. Samson told, not go ahead.
Hey, Pato, how you doing?
Go ahead.
I'm enjoying you, Papa. I'm really enjoying you today. You're dealing with the pro agenda. And you know, you got all the document with you. So you're going from page 1, page 1, page 2, whatever.
Yeah.
You're dealing with it. You're dealing with it, Papa. Thank you. These are information that the voters need to hear. Because if these guys have followed whatever they wrote in that paper, there will be no need or even opposition around themselves right now.
Nobody will be able to touch him.
Nobody will touch them. They'll be selling hard. But they just came out with that particular paper just to blamphone the Liberian people. And they're thinking that we're going to sit by and just let them continue to go in. No way. So, hats off to you tonight. This is one of your funniest show. I don't know where the other panelists are, but I hope they can call and contribute.
I will be bringing them on here. I got about 10 more minutes, then I'll bring them on.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Nah, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let me show you now why I believe this president has grown into this position and he's becoming much more, I would not say comfortable, but that in order for you to dislodge him from this presidency, you got to do better than that. Let me read. Okay, he finished telling them, and will continue to defend them without compromise. The president stressed, adding that the two countries, when he went to the American embassy because they're gonna be having their America going to have their birthday as soon, so he's there now with other dignitaries to make to congratulate them. So anyway, he was speaking from the people gathering. Okay, adding that the two countries will continue to be aggressive. Listen to the language that this president is using. Listen to the language, the wording, the vocabulary that this president have selected. I'm not going to say people chose those words for him. No, I was say, because he said it. So, but I want you to, if you're opposition, you don't read these things and start redlining those words. You're fooling yourself. Listen to the president. Okay. Will continue to be aggressive for what is right for Liberia, in order to serve Liberia from those who want to be aggressive for what is wrong for Liberia. He's going to be aggressive in making sure to do what is right for Liberia, and those who will be aggressive to do what is wrong for Liberia. You see the president and your team saying, that's my, you better put yourself together. You rescue one, you rescue two, you rescue. I must say I rescue, but why are we rescuing? Is that what you're going to rescue? The president is saying now that he will be aggressive to do what is right for Liberia. Bring these pro-poor agenda, bring these core report, they map out $25 million. That is the time the people from the opposition should make sure these things are brought back. How aggressive were you, Mr. President? How aggressive were you when Samuel Eto'o and his people sent out $25 million that we have no good result? How aggressive were you, Mr. President? When the $16 million, I have the interview, they did an interview with here about that $16 million. How aggressive were you? But you sit down there. Your team said the men are bobo. Okay. Yeah, well, I got to tell you. That man used to play and I play football myself. And I follow football. The man used to play football. And in order to be in that position, to be to that level, the intelligence that you have to display in order to go to that level is nothing to sneeze at. President WEAH is intelligent. I'm telling you cannot come here and say, the man said, da. No. Approaching, engaging based on policy. Simple. This is scary. For you, if you're opposition, this is scary. Let me read on. Okay? So, aggressive for what is wrong for Liberia. Liberia is, but here's the interesting thing. Yeah, he's smart too. He's very smart. Listen now. You're listening to the one. Liberia is neutral and mature ally. Yeah. You don't want to leave China behind. You don't want to leave America behind. And that man, you're coming to say the man, he gets $16,000 shoes. The man got 450 wives. That's how you are defeating. That's how you are defeating. The man who went on the international stage and decided to separate the men from the boys. And you're going to attack him because he got 2,000 wives? Is that what you're going to do? The people go, who's going to listen to you? Man, you'll put yourself together. Listen to this. Liberia is neutral and mature ally of the United States. President, we are asserted further. Some of the forefathers and foremothers of the Republic of Liberia came out of the United States, the president said. They came here in pursuit of liberty, justice, equality. Although Liberia was never a colony of the United States, Liberians were not left alone in their struggle to define their independence and sovereignty. That the president speaking of. And you're going to go talk to the president because he got 5 million wives. That the president. Yeah. According to him, the U.S. declare a special interest in Liberia, maintaining its sovereignty, and has worked diligently since the country a humble beginning as Africa's first republic to ensure that we have remained an independent country throughout our existence. Okay, let me go on to the last one. Okay. Defending independence and sovereignty for more than 2.5 centuries is not fancy or guess what? Listen to this, it is glorious. Feat achieved by endurance, hard work, and dedication, President WEAH said. It is an achievement won out of priority, nationalism, and perception. And your things say you're coming to rescue. You got to bring policy rescue mission. You got to come more. You got to come out more than that than just one slogan. Okay? Now, let me do this other stuff. The gloves are off. I told you guys. But let's go to Ambassador Wakai. Let's go to Ambassador Wakai a few days ago when he talked about the drug situation. The increasing exposure of Liberian, particularly the youth, to drug abuse and addiction through real access to banned substance, if not immediately addressed, will have enormous health, social, economic, and security implications on our country. The gloves are off. And because of this statement, President WEAH decided he's gonna play the same game. And that's what I brought about. They will be aggressive. They will be aggressive to do what is wrong for Liberia. But I will be aggressive to do what is right for Liberia. Based on Ambassador Wakai speak. Okay. I view it, Ambassador Wakai is saying that, I view it as a threat to our national security and must be elevated to a national emergency. It is a major cause of a lost future of many young people. That should be, and I'll come back to that. And at this rate, the country potential demographic dividend stem from a substantial young population face an existential threat, with Liberia at risk of losing its possible productive manpower base. You said Ambassador Wakai 500-year-old. You say 500-year-old. You say the man being in political team for 500 years. But was he talking about himself? This thing I read here, did you hear Ambassador Wakai trying to promote himself? He was speaking for the future of the Republic of Liberia. They need to do more, because that's about the only way you're going to be able to contrast yourself from that of CDC. If you don't do that, the ship said it can be in a bathtub. You will not be able to rescue it. I don't say on ocean. I don't even say river. I say bathtub. The ship, it can be in a bathtub. You will not be able to rescue it. You'll have to do more of this. Now, the people that are in a circle, I believe, that are in a circle of Ambassador Wakai now, need to go and pick up these words. And there should be something to carry on and on and on and on every chance and opportunity you have. Ambassador Wakai says, Ambassador Wakai says, and then you repeat these things. You cannot sit down and believe that you're going to win because of the hate or because of the disillusion Liberia might have had with this president. You're taking a chance. You're jumping from the Empire State Building with no parachute. That I don't support. That I don't support. Okay? So I'm going to now send this out. Cotto, please call Winter Cotto. Can you please call Mr. So he can send it to you? Let me send this out to Mr. George, Sister Goya, and any other person that might have the opportunity to join us. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. Folks, we're on here tonight, and we're trying to do our best to make sure that we have information out there. I'm not here to tell you to make up your mind what I say based on what I'm saying. No. I'm giving it to you. As far as you're concerned, I'm talking Tabata. So be it. I can't do anything than that. If this is Tabata I'm talking, so be it. This is very interesting. You know, if we have people, like I said, I don't know these people. But I admire Ambassador Wakai. I keep saying that. I don't know that. So, but if I were part of them to speak, I will go and start looking for opportunity. Things that Ambassador Wakai would say. I come out, copy those things, 2 or 3 phrases, and it becomes a talking point. You know, yet the Republican Party, when they're ready in a place yet, when they're ready for Joe Biden, All of them, when they go on Fox News, CNN, whatever area they go, one topic is always what one person will say that, or what their leader wanted to say that, all they will say, they don't change. Even you're taking them down, they say. But you got the people who prefer to be speaking for Ambassador Bakai. They go and praise themselves first, how good they are, and everything else. They don't even call Ambassador Bakai. Okay, and this is interesting, very interesting, very interesting. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, Walter Cutter, Prince Sharif, I number 9, that's Aaron Bradford. Y'all give me a call now and then dispute these things I'm saying. Y'all come on and dispute it. I'm begging y'all. Make me a lot. I'm not old enough to eat crow here. If something is that will come out and it's not true, I will eat crow. I mean, what wrong with that? If I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. What y'all do? Nothing. But I want you to come out and say it, Mr. Toll, with all due respect. This is not what you think it is. Okay? But somebody said here in one of the writing, they will not go, oh, are you saying the truth? No, it's not that. I want you to join me. Okay? So let's move on. Okay? Let's move on. Now, when these people come, the pre-Sherry, the I number 9, that's Aaron Brother, actually I number 6, midfielders, one of the brilliant young men. But I call him I number 9. Okay? And Walter Carter, when they come out here, I'm just going to preempt right now. When they come out here, their argument would be, President, we have been building roads. They're doing good. Let's look at the road business here. Let's look at this road business, my people. The buying power now. And to build road is not something you can sneeze at. But the way you do a lot, they have. Okay, let me see who they want here. Samson told LIBERIA Puerto Rico, what's your name? They run away. Okay. So the point here is this. In this road building business, when Eisenhower started the whole interstate, not Eisenhower, way back then, when it's what was Truman, when they started the whole interstate business, they said we're going from Oakland all the way to New Jersey. They didn't say that. They have it. You do piece by piece by piece, but it continues. So you would think the fact that all of these people, all of these political leaders in Liberia that want to be president, their intent is to connect Liberia no matter what. President WEAH wants to do road. Ambassador Baka wants to do road. Honorable Comey wants to do road. Councillor Gonglo wants to do road. All of them. So if you in this position now, you make sure the road issue becomes at the top, so that when you don't finish, the other people can. But you can't say, I'm going to build it before I leave, because then it becomes a political road. And when you make it into a political road, you will not succeed. Because road building is not something that can be just that. You got materials. You got elements. You got the environment. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? Hello?
How you doing, Mr. Tour? This is Wilton.
Okay, all right.
Wilton,
come up.
Mr. Tour.
Thank you for joining. Will you allow me to finish my point, please? Just give me 1 minute, 1 second.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Your phone is breaking. I don't know why.
Can you hear me now?
Let me call back again. Let me call back and see if it will work.
Okay, no, it's okay now. Can you hear? You should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Okay.
It's just a little bit
okay.
but I can hear you.
All right. So let me finish my point here. Just 1 or 2 seconds, please, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So the point is, You know, all of these people, all of these political leaders, opposition, they want to do wrong. You force their hands and build something and don't make it into politics. You're building political road. That's why Ralphie is like that. Because if you're building a Ralphie Highway for truly to be national road, where all stakeholders will have some sort of interest, investor interest in it, and they will suggest to you, they will suggest to the public work ministry how things supposed to be done. It will be done correctly. But because it's a political role, public work ministry will not take suggestion from anybody else. And that's what we have where we have. Go ahead, Carter. Welcome.
Thank you so much. But you know, I've been listening to you trying to dissect the purple agenda, and also putting the opposition on the heels. But the purple agenda explains what you just said about the role, Ralphie Highway role, political role, whatever it is. That's the thing I told it.
Hold on, Carter, please. Hold on 1 minute, please. Folks, it look like they just have the meeting and they're now going to come and join me. Carter, let me merge I number 9 with you. And then when you finish the I number 9, the next person I'm hoping will call me right now will be Prince Sherry, because they have the meeting and then they're coming in with it. I hope they have a good talking point here. Okay. I number 9, y'all hold on, let Carter finish and then you can come on. Go ahead, Winton. Go ahead.
So you talking about the political role. I expected the opposition when the president announced and did a groundbreaking ceremony or sent the information to the legislature for approval and all that. I thought the opposition would have said, Mr. President, it's a good idea, but instead of making a road 2 lane going 2 lane, from there to 3 lane, because the population in that area will increase in the next 10-15 years. We see the city moving on to that direction.
Carter, Winter, please. No, hold on, please. No, hold on. Can you? Are you listening? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I want you. You're not like that. You're very smart, intelligent. Please don't do this. Don't do this. Liberians are not stupid. You want to tell me the opposition should have suggested to this president, who when he went to break ground did not invite any opposition, who when he went to break ground was only on our Charipiro alone. You want the opposition to suggest to him? The Minister of Public Work, when they want to do this, East International, the entire country, East International were kicked out of Bong County, and everyone was saying this is not the right thing, and nobody listened. Now you want the opposition to go and tell the president. When you say these kinds of stuff, then I think you're being intellectually dishonest, my brother. I don't mind saying that. Go ahead. But you can't.
Because of your talking point. You say why the government did not invite. Why the government did not invite the opposition?
No. I didn't say that. You're the one suggesting that. I never said that.
You said it. You said your stakeholder. Everybody's stakeholder to suggest how that road is supposed to be. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I said. From the beginning. I said if they wanted to build a road for the national highway as it's supposed to be, then you would have invited. Not for them to come beg you. You invite them. It's you gonna get credit. You invite them. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we have the legislature that have oversight and all the different of power to make sure that they serve the Liberian people properly. If the executive come over a project, you know that project is a good project, but you think if you're Liberian people now in your opposition, and you can do it better than President WEAH. The opposition in the House should have said, Mr. President, we accept this thing. We agree that it's a decent idea, but let's take it to another notch. Because we know that, 10, 20 years from now, this area will be populated. The opposition never said nothing. In fact, one of your opposition lawmakers in the House at the time, he was kicked out of the House. Or voted out. What his name from Mandini County, Oscar Cooper. Oscar Cooper said, why President WEAH want to build our road. President Weah should go showed us on the road. Showed us. So car can be able to park on the side. The road already good. He shouldn't do nothing but our road. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
A village road. That road looks like a village road coming from the farm going to the town. When that they won the strip, the guy on it. The president is trying to modernize it. Okay. Why we are not participating? They say, Mr. President, like you always suggest on your show, let's do the road this way. Let's do the where are the opposition in the house? Where are the opposition even on the streets of like?
You see, I want you to LIBERIA. I will not give you a chance here to know. That one thing I LIBERIA. That one thing I LIBERIA. You're ready to put your foot in your mouth. You want to tell me because things are going bad now. You want to blame the opposition. You want to blame the opposition because of the inept behavior. They don't able. These people are unable to carry out the policy. Because of that, you want to blame the opposition. What the opposition got to do it? You told us how you're going to do these things, and you're unable to do it. Now you're coming now to say the opposition sat down and they don't do it.
We do it. No. We do exactly what we plan to do. What I'm saying here is, it just here to do it better. What is the idea to do it better? I'm just giving you.
Nobody is saying they can do it better. I didn't suggest that. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting what you say you're going to do. You're not doing it, and the little you're doing it wrong.
We say we're getting tooling coming. Is that not what happening over there? We say we're building military hospital.
Okay. Just hold on. Can you hold on and watch the show? Watch. Number 9. Just hold on 1 minute, please. Hold your peace. Let me show something here very quickly. This is what you say you're doing. Watch the video. This is what you're doing. Watch this video. This is Ralphie Highway. You got digger. You got I call it the machine that can dig. You have it right there. Now watch this. The backhoe is sitting aside, and watch what you say you're doing. In 2023, watch what you say you're doing, Carter. And now you want to blame people? Watch this. Watch this video as it goes on. What do you see down there? Watch. Keep watching. What do you see down there? Wheelbarrow and what? Just watch. You will see it. The digging, the building Ralphie Highway with what? Watch that. Watch this. You see the kids over there? Wheelbarrow and shovel. You see it? I'm not making it up. This is Ralphie Highway. Why they have the backhoe sitting down? You see? No, hold on. You see the wheelbarrow right there? You see these guys digging with shovel and wheelbarrow? Now, why you want to tell me that people should? You mean you don't know better than to have this? You don't know anything better than to do this kinds of stuff? Is that how you're going to build out that Ralphie Highway? So please don't say people are saying things.
This is the beginning of this construction.
No, this was just about 6 or 7 months ago before last summer. Don't say recent time.
What part of the road is that? What part of the road is that?
This is close to after when you get out of before you get to what's this place? Before you get to after you pass Tower Hill.
Disco Hill?
After you pass Tower Hill.
Disco Hill?
No, Disco Hill. I got Disco Hill here, and it's bad. But this is a little bit before Disco Hill. But go ahead.
The road is level over there.
Send me this. This is what I will ask of you. This is what I will ask for you. I don't mind eating crow here. Send me the recent picture you have, the recent video, and I will play it. So
okay, I will send you recent video so you see somebody standing on the road directly in front of Disco Hill and see how they have leveled the whole place. Because
okay.
When I went there,
okay.
you have to go down.
Okay, all right. Let me take I number 9. Let me take I number 9. You can call back, Koto. You know you're part of this show anyway.
No problem.
So let me take this guy. Okay.
I'll call back.
All right. Aaron, I number 9. Go ahead. Hello. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I number 9. Good evening. What are you doing?
I'm doing great, Mr. To.
Thank
How
you.
you doing, big brother?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining us. The floor is yours.
Yeah, great analysis again. Great analysis again. But I wanted to comment on the photograph you just put up. So
you know, we got to look at things, you know, when we try to compare construction going on in a country like Liberia, West Africa, we shouldn't compare it with construction going on in the United States. Okay? So, you know, even in the United States, when the building rolls, they got people, they got contractors, they got people alongside the roads that use wheelbarrow to take things from one place to another
But they
place.
say don't reduce this. Don't reduce the conversation to that level, please. I'm not going to allow that. These people are not. No. I understand that. I work in construction. I work in construction, and I understand that.
I know that.
Those who use wheelbarrow and stuff, they move things around. That's fine. But these people were not just using wheelbarrow to move things around. They were digging with digger and everything else. I saw it. I was there. I saw that. So, and not only that, there's another video I have here. And if you guys want to dispute that, then I'll stop playing. I will compare this road to that of the road that is building from coming from Ganta going to Sunny Creek, and show you the other people who are doing the same thing. So when nobody's stupid here, so don't reduce it to that level. Just go ahead. But anyway, go ahead and make a point.
Yeah, I'm not reducing it to that. I just want to I just want to tell you. I just want to tell you the same thing that Keto is saying to you, that you know, when the beginning process of the road, you will see these kind of things going on, and you should understand in Africa building roads, it will not be like we're building roads in the United States. There will be people that will be toting stuff from one place to another place because we don't have the kind of sophistication that they use in the United States. That's just simple. That's just simple. Look, we need to give this man credit when credit is due. We need to give the president credit when credit is due. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you can criticize. I'm not saying everything is done well or everything is done according to plan. But at least he's doing it. The beginning of everything is hard. So since he started it, let's give him credit that he started it. At least other people were there. They didn't do nothing.
Number 9. I think you're missing my point. I think if you guys been listening to me, I'm not taking credit away from the president. Listening. I'm not taking credit away from listening. Okay, I'm not taking credit away from the president. If anything,
so what's your point?
My point here.
So what's your point?
My point or plan. My point. Number 9 is this. The president and his people, back in 2018, they came out with a pro-poor agenda. And in our pro-poor agenda, they consider the pro-poor agenda is considered the blueprint. And they decided, I don't know at what point the decision was made, but the pro-poor agenda was completely ignored. I just read some stuff here to you. And because of ignoring the pro-poor agenda, because the pro-poor agenda also suggested to them, in doing such a role like this, the stakeholder of the Republic of Liberia, because these are national property, these are national identity. And they told us, the pro-poor agenda, that our national identity must be rooted in the African culture. And number 9, you know that. You know the culture. We do things in a village as one. And because these people decide to ignore that, they want credit for themselves, which is okay. But you cannot build a national role and do it through politics and a political role and call it a national role. And because of that,
Mr. Toll.
Yes.
How is it political role?
Because
how is it called a political role?
Let me give you an example. I'm not talking in terms of a dream or something like that. Few months back, maybe 4 or 5 months back, or even less, the Minister of Public Works, and there's just a document to show that, told the newspaper and told everybody else that the Ralphie Highway will be paved. before the start of the rainy season. When you make those kinds of ridiculous statements, and later on, I learned, and I could be wrong, but I learned that those statements were suggested to her by a senator who is in charge of public works and what have you. So when those kinds of things are happening, and I know some young people that worked on that role, and decisions are made, even when McGill was there, it was worse. Decisions were made based on politics, based on you know who I am, that I know of. So you guys cannot tell us these things. Why will you build a role, a national role?
I still not getting. I still not getting your point about calling the role political role.
I just told you when the Minister of Public Works told us that the road will be paved before the beginning of the rainy season, which suggests election is coming. The road will be done before election. And there's a project that I know of. Hold on. You see, when you do this kind of thing, then you bring me out. There's a project that I know of, which the people are suggesting to the designers that they have to do it as soon as possible because it has to be presented to the president or to the nation before the election. So if you make those kinds of decisions based on election, why would I not call it a political role? What other context will you consider that to be?
Mr. Toll.
I'm listening.
Big brother, let me tell you something. You making this whole thing political. I don't think the minister comment meant for anything to be political. He was just telling the Liberian people that the road would be paved before the rainy season. It's not nothing about election. Did he say the road will be paved before the election?
You're not playing. You're not playing. They're not electron. You're playing out. They're not electron. That mighty barrow. That mighty barrow. You're not playing. The way electron here. I beg you. That mighty barrow you're dealing with. Okay, you think we're small? When the minister make that kind of statement, and we all know that statement to not be truth. What else will we say? Okay, I give it. Go ahead. Are you there?
Well, yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Mr. Pooh. Look, this is what I would say. Okay, the president. Look, we should be happy. We should be glad that we have a president who is constructing roads. What is because of his own political ambition he's going to leave that road with us. Okay. He's going to leave that road with the country. The country going to enjoy that road. That's the point. The country going to be developed through that road. That's the point. Let's forget about the political aspect of it. He's not building it and going to take it away after he leaves. No. So that's what I want you to understand. You know, that's what I want you to understand. But I'm watching the show. I'm enjoying your analysis. I might call back again before the show go out, but I'm watching the show. Thank you for everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Let me take this out across. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
I'm back on the line. Just going.
Okay.
I number 9. Aaron the chance to flow.
Okay.
Yeah, I will give Aaron a chance to flow. So I asked a question just now. Where in the proper agenda that it states that they have to consult?
No. I didn't say consult.
Where at your actual? I want to understand what you're saying about this whole thing.
Okay.
Where we violated anything in the proper agenda, where we didn't go the right way. I want to know.
Okay. All right. Let me find that. But go ahead. You have any other stuff you want?
Yeah, and I got another stuff, Mr. To. You were reading our proper agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Then you talk about $16 billion, $25 million map of all the different things. When we came to office,
Mm-hmm.
and the opposition came with the lies about $16 billion.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, the economy was at its worst because we inherited.
Okay, just
economy.
listen to yourself. Or you said that lie. The people came up with a lie. I have the entire interview with the president on our $16 billion. When you guys push me like this, then I will expose it more. Go ahead.
I want you to expose it because we all have the facts. We all have the facts, right?
Okay.
Except your own fact will be alternative.
No.
Fact, right?
I don't have alternative. I think you people have the alternative fact. Like you Nagbe said, there's two truths. So go ahead.
So this is the thing, right? When the economy was at its worst, all right, it was at rock bottom. This president was trying to, we're looking all over to see what we can do, trying to put our brains together to see how we can revive our economy. It was at the same time when the opposition, being so deceptive and dishonest, came out with this $16 billion missing and plunged the country into demonstration after protest after protest. And so the president was so far-sighted, he said, no, I'm not just going to put a team together to investigate this thing, to bring this whole thing to an end. Let's bring people from outside so that when the result comes, it will not be that, oh, my government people went, we put together and they said nothing happened. They brought people from outside. The Crow report came out and said no $16 billion.
That's why the Crow report
now.
That's what I said.
They said no $16 billion was missing.
What page?
Just summarizing.
Okay, all right. Okay. Summarizing. Okay. Summary. Hold on now. You had a Crow report. Summary of key finding. You want to go ahead? Read that.
You're talking about finding. We're talking about discrepancy.
No. But they said key finding. Their result. That's the summary of the key finding.
But why you gonna be cherry picking here?
What do you mean cherry picking? You're telling me.
That's exactly what you're going.
Yeah, but you're telling me. No, the report said. You said the report said there was no 16 billion. They said that was a lie. So I'm just going straight to the summary. Summary of key finding.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go to the summary.
Okay. Okay. Discrepancy in CBL process to purchase Crane AB. Is that what you're talking about? Is that legislature approved?
I'm not talking about 25 million.
Huh? Yeah, we said 16 billion.
I'm talking about 16 billion.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So which one? What page you're on that I need to read now?
I do not have it.
But how do you know it?
For me, because I read the report, I listened to the report from other aspects, and they came out to say there was no $16 billion missing.
Okay.
It said when you're talking about discrepancy or some of the findings they had, it was from the $25 million, where people could not give some justification as to
no $25 million map out is different. That report was done by the Liberian Liberian auditor. So which one you want me to focus on?
The 16. I want you to do the $16 billion.
Okay.
Because the way you put, and it's so hard to believe today that the opposition is still running with $16 billion missing when there absolutely no $16 billion got missing in our economy.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. Is what it say here. They say in August 2018, the government of Liberia received report about the suspicious activities concerning the shipment of the new Liberian data. Here after LRD banknote totaling LRD 15.506 billion. Okay, I was supposed to go to central bank. Has alleged now. Let me listen. You see, y'all can't do these things to me. Okay,
Go ahead. As allegedly.
Okay, hold on now. Oh, he said allegedly. Listen, let me read that again. In August 2018, the government of Liberia received report about suspicious activities concerning the shipment of the new Liberian dollars, hereafter LRD, banknote totaling LRD 15.506 billion to the Central Bank of Liberia, hereafter called CBL, that had allegedly gone missing, and subsequently requesting the Liberian National Police, hereafter LN, and the National Security, hereafter to investigate the allegation. That's the basis of their involvement. So is that what you're talking about? Because they use the what? Because that's the basis of their involvement. They say we're getting involved because of that. That's not their finding.
No. But
where's the okay? All right. Okay. So let me.
You just read a statement of allegation.
No. Listen now. Why Crow were invited? They're giving us the reason why they were invited. They were invited to do this because the Liberian National Police and Security, they were doing an investigation, allegedly for $16 billion going missing. Okay. Now you don't want me to read how do you call it?
I said the findings. I'm not asking you about why they came. I said the finding when they came, they did an investigation. Okay. Did they say any $16 billion were missing?
Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Let's just read a summary of key finding. You want to do that? Because I haven't been through this thing here for a very long time. You want me to do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Before I do that, they're saying here, under the direction of the Minister of Finance, the President Economic Management Team conducted a separate U.S. $25 million MIPOP exercises. That's besides the 16 billion. Summary disturbances in legislature approval and contract approval for the banknote. Okay. So legislature approved for the new banknote totaling $15 billion. LD. Okay. So, but I'm trying to see I'm trying to go directly to your point of where they said
it's not there.
No, it is. I just read that to you. They say I'm trying now to disprove myself, to say that it's not there. Okay, yeah, has confirmed that the company ultimately printed new banknote total 15.6. This equate to the overall overprinting of the banknote totaling 0.05 billion more than the current. They're just telling you that it was supposed to be 16, but they went over by 0.5. That's all this is. Okay, but you telling me now that they said they come out in a statement of fact that I'm statement of finding here. I'm not seeing anything here to say the core report is therefore saying, okay, nothing in here to say that.
Nothing there saying that it was missing.
Yeah, I just read that. I just read that to you. What you are not? How many times I read it into you? I just read. I'm trying now. I'm trying.
They told you they came to investigate an allegation. They said they came to investigate an allegation.
Okay.
In fact, the president asked the international community to come.
All right.
And they were contracted.
You know what? This is what I'm going to do for you. Come Monday, I will definitely make this. I wasn't going to make this core report my topic, but now that you have pushed me on that line, I will make this the topic of my conversation on make this conversation.
So you see, Mr. So you gotta be doing justice to the show.
Like what?
Justice to us.
What are you talking about? What are you talking?
That's why I'm missing Mr. So right now on this show right now.
Yeah, because he part of
your.
I don't hear you can't sugarcoat anything.
This is it. No, let me be honest with you. It's a shame to see opposition still running with this $16 billion when there was no $16 billion missing. $25 million when, in fact, $25 million were not even used to map up. All right? There was part of the money.
Hold on. Let me see if this person. Hold on 1 minute. Hello? Are you there? Hello? Okay, let me see if this
Hello?
person. Yes. Are you
Hello?
calling for the show?
Yeah, I'm calling for the show.
Okay, thank you. All the way from Liberia. Okay, Culture, please hold on 1 minute. Go ahead. What's your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Joseph Kabla, and I call you from Police Academy in Pinsfield City.
Thank you. What's on your mind, sir, for calling this late? Thank you for following in, and we appreciate it. What's on your mind, sir?
Concerning that 16 billion.
Yeah. Are you there?
16 billion. Getting me?
No, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Go ahead. Go ahead. But you know what? Let me take your number down, and I'll call you direct because you calling all the way from Liberia. Let me spend your money. Let me take your number down. 231. Let me take your number down and call you direct. And maybe you can disabuse me, or maybe tell me that I'm what I'm saying is wrong. But let me call you right away. Let me call you direct, okay? So maybe he would tell me. Maybe he would tell me, no, you're wrong. Okay, let me take the call. Samson told Liberian Public, please don't take too long. There's a guy already waiting for me to call in Liberia so they can make their point. But go ahead. What's on your mind, Yala?
Listen, I call from Hamilton, New Jersey.
Okay, thank
the
you.
First issue has to do with this is from Philip. First thing has to do with the video you did show regarding people working.
But Jalo, can I call you? Can I call you by? There's a gentleman in Liberia that is waiting for me to call, and then after that, I can call you right away. Is that? Can we do that, please? Okay, thank you. Okay, let me call this guy. Folks, we have to do these things. I know they're very expensive, but hey, so be it. Okay, and because these things are very important.
Noblecom.com. Credit remaining $63.81 for.
Oh shoot.
Noblecom.com. Please enter your security code. Time remaining 184 minutes.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, okay. So lower your monitor now. There's a lot of money being spent here just so you can make your contribution. Go ahead, make your point. Make your point, but make it quick, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for calling me. Pertaining the 16 billion stuff, when you actually filed that case, after court did that investigation, the Liberia National Police, including the Ministry of Justice, so that the Center of Imprinted excess money, which the House of Legislators gave me authority to print, which was 16 billion. Rather than 16 billion, they went to printed 15 billion.
Okay.
So they printed 15 billion. Government did their investigation. How Charles Salif, who was serving the governor, interim governor, all of not him arrested. When they were arrested, they were carried to how do you call it, place?
Central
prison.
Right.
They were free by their lawyer and they were prison fine. Free by their lawyer and they went to court. Charles Salif won that case at that time. Which the case, the judge who case said that they did it in the interest of the country. And the how they calling, CFOS, they will add here the way the judge ruled. The CFOS said no. Government cannot give somebody authority to print 16 and then they print SS and you said you need to say that you need to how to do it. They should have come to the top, not to print more money. All those things occur under the agency led government.
Okay.
It's not all the poor put money 16 billion and you got missing. Just that case, I had to have even one case.
Okay, so there was no 16 billion. Okay, so there was no 16 billion go missing.
So there was no 16 billion go missing when it went into the investigation. That had a court to know. He said, but then you bring the excess money later. Only far for you to bring 16.
Okay,
more than 16.
Okay, all right. Thank you for this abuse.
Yeah, but one case.
Okay, thank you for this abuse. We appreciate that, and I will, like I said, come Monday, I will do that because I do have interview with the president. I have that as well, and I will go deeper into it. But thank you for your contribution. We appreciate for even staying up in Liberia and watching us.
Thank you very much for calling in too.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, those of you that turn in to call us, I mean, we appreciate that. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you for the clarification. Okay.
Thank you too.
All right. Okay, Cotto, you got 1 point. But it's not over yet. Cotto, it's not over yet. I'm not done with it yet. So don't go. Okay, let me call Jallo. Okay. I'll go into this because I know I did before. Okay. Yeah, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. I promised I was going to be calling you back. Go ahead, make your point.
Yeah, this is strong. Strong to Philly.
Oh, okay. Huh.
All right. The first thing Mama has to do with the video that you show regarding it.
Yeah, but you gotta lower some sort of a background noise. It's difficult for me to hear you.
I'm like, see, you hear me now?
Yeah, much better. Go ahead.
Okay, so as I was saying, that video is left behind you try to analyze it. Now, you show that the backhoe is there and use that backhoe to dig. You cannot tell me that hole that was dug by people using shovel. That's not possible. So we don't know the situation on which or what level people at that particular moment decide to use the shovel and the wheelbarrow, which is also used during construction. So for me, I don't want to believe that people use shovel and wheelbarrow to dig that way. I don't want to believe that. That's the first thing. The second issue that you talked about, the 16 billion, right? People said 16 billion was missing in Liberia. That was the issue for which they were demonstrating. They didn't say, oh, people printed excess. So people are running with lies. This information, like, 16 billion just got in Liberia and walked out. So the American government decided to help us, and they're shooting well. But the Biden probe investigate. The investigation showed that there was nothing called 16 billion that was ever missing from Liberia. So that was the main point. The 16 billion got missing. No 16 billion got missing. That money that was printed were accounted for in the Liberian pool. Actually, were using the money was in circulation. So that's the point I wanted to make.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you for your clarification as well. Again, folks, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. We bring these things to light, and I like I said, you can disagree with me. In much, it's just a question. What happened to the money? I still don't know. But I'm going to go into it Monday. But yes, another thing here. The video that I show here, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, Samson to. My name is Jonathan Tyre Dolake.
Okay, Jay. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, my dear brother. Yes, I'm calling to participate. I'm a latecomer in the church, but a particular thing caught my attention today at the Liberian Senate about financing agreement. And Liberia are taking another loan that will stretch up to 2070 something. And the debate on the floor for which some senators voted have been that the financing agreement was captured in the revenue component of the 2023 budget. So because it was captured in the 2023 budget, those senators who felt that they never wanted to go against the law felt that the best they would have done is to be in compliance so that the budget can meet its full responsibility. But my thing here is that the same law that they are quoting states that the executive needed to provide quarterly report every 3 months. So from January, February, March, the executive should have provided expenditure report stating that whether be a financing agreement money that was submitted in the past, whether be a revenue that was generated, she should be telling the national legislature, which is part of the national legislature, the Senate in particular, oversight to see we had the money here. This is how we spend it. Healthcare. This is how we spend healthcare situation. Teachers. This is how we spend it. Electricity. There should be an outline, and now we are almost in July. So I want to first say thanks to lawmakers who did not vote, because it was a genuine ground on which they could have communicated to those financing partners that we have now have the executive expenditure report, and we've seen full negligence on the part of the executive, because Samuel Tour have been waiting several times, more than 3 times, no communication back to the legislature to tell the legislature that XYZ are the issues for which we are unable to be present in the legislature to provide clarity. Now, remember last year, this is the same executive that have raw fund that were collected, raw fund that were not extra, that were not money. It was money that was sold every gallon of gas we collected. The same LRE under the executive, strictly with the direct, attachment to the Ministry of Finance, have been unable to collect 27 million. So I think our country is really going downward trend. And it is just appalling that we have governing legislators who are looking above these things. But unfortunately, there are still a good number of legislators, some of whom we appreciate with love, to still be doing things of this nature. I listened to Community, we said, you are saying complete nonsense. You cannot quote the law, and the same law is harming the people. Where is the balance to strike in between there? Our disappointed Community, we said, as a CPP lawmaker, and not only the law, because I'm disappointed in the CPP itself, because I know the coalition for democratic change. Take it or leave it. That political party, said he had a strict jacket motion that he gave to the lawmakers, and they try to live by the commitment of that. For you to see a CPP and its lawmaker cannot come to the party or cannot live up to the party, I think the entire CPP disintegrate.
Okay.
It's just a both thinking.
All right. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. Let me go back to CDC Carter. CDC Carter, Winton Carter, CDC W Carter. Okay, let me call you back because I'm getting ready now. Okay. You answer. What happened? Okay. Let's try again.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm answering.
Okay. All right.
I'm here. I can hear you.
So the guy that called from Liberia, I really appreciate him here, giving us more detail.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
So give us a little bit more detail. And the gentleman that called us, that I called back, also give us some more detail, which is okay. But here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to do a show here Monday, and it's going to be based on, you see, the difficulty that I'm going to have. I'm not accounting, but I will strictly deal with what is written here, because I think that even though I read like somebody from Total, but I'll do my best. But let me read this to you, Carter. Let me read these 2 items to you. Okay. 7.3 conclusion is overview of vaults. In July 2018, US $25 million exercise announced by President WEAH was initiated to map out exercise, Liberian banknote in an attempt to address the rise in the exchange rate between Liberian dollar and the US. Based on the documentation provided to CORE, the CBL had used Liberia $2 billion, which is 15 US million of the initial 20 million drawdown by the CBL to purchase legacy and new notes. As at December 2018, banknote totaling 1 billion. Which is 8 million some more, have been recirculated back into the economy with within 6 months of being purchased by the CBL, apparently without EMT. I don't know what EMT is, Government Board of Governor approval. Okay, that's one point I want you to jot down. One of the new banknotes, new banknote printed and shipped by Crown AB for the LIBERIA LD 10 billion contract. The CBL has currently injected new banknote totaling 6 billion into the Liberian economy without removing from circulation and destroying the equivalent quantitative value of legacy notes, banknote, potentially without legislature approval. Okay, that's one. So let me go on to this one. All right, the increase of banknote circulating may be a factor in current rate inflation in Liberia. That monetary stuff. I'm not going to go there. This is why I'm giving you a background. Core reconciliation of the physical cash balance in Operation Vault 2 and Operation Vault 3 identify unreconciled differences with the corresponding general ledger account. Further, the CBL Internal Audit Department has also been unable, listen to this, been unable to reconcile the physical cash balance. That's these people's conclusion. They are unable to show the balance of this $16 billion. There was banknote that were printed, and they brought in the new banknote, and they put it in the market, but they did not withdraw the equivalent, and there was nothing there to show that it's balanced. I'm not an economist, but they want it sounds like somebody was eating money that don't belong to them.
No, so Mr. Toh, you remember this thing did not happen under President WEAH watch.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Hold on. No, I told you here. In July 2018, that President WEAH watch.
Hold on.
No, in July 2018, that President WEAH watch.
Hold on, now let me.
Yeah, but you said that under the president watch.
You see, that's the strategy you use to not allow people to give their own information.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the thing here. This whole saga started, in fact, in the Eddie Johnson Sirleaf administration. President WEAH inherited the problem. It came to the public glare under President WEAH watch. The investigation went on under President WEAH watch. So the report were talking about the investigation, the findings. All right, President WEAH met these things. He didn't even know that's what was going on at the central bank. He didn't know that until the report came and talked about it. That's the reason why those guys were arrested. They went to jail, but they were free. But you know what? This 4 crore report, $16 billion, $25 million, those guys.
$25 million. That Crow report. That one, I will bring that up Monday. You'll be ready. You and I number 9. You'll be ready. But I'm here from Prince Sherry tonight.
Those are Prince Johnson having a show.
I said Prince Sherry
another show.
Okay.
Yeah, Prince Sherry having another show. Those are history. That's I was listening keenly. Then my brother Jonathan came on and he just made me. I'm to the place. I'm like, okay, Jonathan. Anyway, first of all, Jonathan, I wish you a speedy recovery. You understand? Because I've been following the trend on our group chat room. I wish you a speedy recovery. But Jonathan said something. Jonathan described CDC as an institution, a vibrant institution that had a straitjacket approach for all of their legislators or representatives. Today, Jonathan is frowning on his own CPP people. How dysfunctional they are. They cannot even stick together. One of the men who I must say I frown at as a supporter of President WEAH, coming in, we said, Jonathan frowned at him today. Hey man,
Okay.
How can Jonathan not come and tell us
Okay. Because
that?
you cannot tonight that your bad night. You can't try to claim credit
Oh my!
because Jonathan made
Oh
that
my!
one statement. Now you're gonna try to stretch it. You're gonna try to stretch it. All your CDC edition tonight, but your
So why
bad
you
night.
trying to put saying my? Why you trying to put saying my Gary right
Yeah,
now?
but no, but
I told
I know who you are. You ready now to stretch the Jonathan statement here all the way to the bank. You know. But anyhow,
the man is on his sick bed and frustrated over the way his whole political establishment is operating. I'm to the place I'm like, okay, then how can you convince me that these people are capable of running the nation? Even you, Mr. Toh, you said the same thing.
All right, let me call Mr. I think Mr. So called earlier, but I didn't see that. Let me give him a call. Okay.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right. Okay. Let me put Mr. So on here, and Jonathan also trying to call back. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can get Mr. So on here. Yeah. Tonight, bad that on your night. I feel bad for you tonight. Mr. So, this is Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. You called earlier. Do you intend to contribute to my Tabata tonight?
It's more than Tabata.
Oh, it's more than Tabata.
It's
Yobo.
I mean, every day is getting ridiculous and ridiculous. I think we need to call some sort of meeting.
What meeting?
Discuss.
What meeting?
We need to call a meeting and discuss of your.
Because you're not going CDC way, so you're gonna have a meeting to put me
It's not a matter of being No, it's not a matter of CDC. CDC is just a new property. Now, this is where you people is so discouraging. How many days do we have to go to election?
So what do you want me to do?
You support a guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen now, you sanctioned, you like me for coming in tonight because you feel, and you've been so personal. Are you afraid of Janitor? I mean, not Janitor, Wilton? Are you afraid of Prince? And Prince Sherry, is that your son?
Yep, I've been inviting that. I number 9. What the culture show up?
Look at it. I mean, this sort of stereotyping, and it's just getting out of hand. But look, I'm just disappointed in you or something.
That's fine. That make me feel good because that means if you're disappointed in me, that means I'm doing something good.
No, you're feeling bad now. You thought I was going to say a word. That's why you called back. After you rejected my call, so maybe you thought I was going to say it. But look, on a serious note.
Oh my God. Hey, man, if you can't get tired.
You are supporting Ambassador Breaker, which is a good thing. You don't know them, they don't know you as a queen, but yet you are a diehard supporter. Why you brought all of our put documentary, Rufo Dapo documentary, and said then down there for some sort of referendum for us to decide on something that by this time you need to do everything possible you can to get Ambassador's boycott plan so that it should be your talking point.
Mm-hmm. If they want me to talk about it, if they want me to talk,
if they don't want you, then don't be talking about it.
No, I mean I'm a Liberian.
Yeah, listen, you make free think of people like me. You're not doing Ambassador Breaker. You know who you're doing? You're playing to the narrative of the very CDC you think you frown on because it's people see it as a resentment, as a hate, as something personal. Yes, we're seeing those rules. We are seeing
so what did I say tonight? What did I say? What was the statement that was made tonight from me that seemed to be hateful, you think?
No. What I'm saying, those conversations we are long past them. That's not a conversation at this time.
No, but I want to refresh the Liberian people's mind.
You don't need to refresh your mind.
Why not? Why not? If I feel the need to listen.
And bring your man Boyka on the front. Because you and I equal.
Boyka and his people, they're capable enough. They're capable enough to bring their own plan. So I need to refresh the Liberian people's mind about some of these things the people told they are going to do.
You you get a Liberty Party, you abandon it. Not respecting the laws, the constitution, the court say.
Tonight, you're the sedition. You got a bad day tonight. The only good thing they'll have tonight is the president going to the American embassy and making that statement.
The young man gotta call you from Liberia because you have something built in your wall, in your own mind frame. You see that? 2 hours you sit and you didn't tell us your guy what he has in store for the country. So what's the point of you?
I'm not running his campaign.
To tell me
you are not listening. But I'm not running his campaign. I'm here to remind Liberians. I'm here to remind Liberians the pro agenda.
When you remind them, what else you want them to do?
No, nothing. I don't want them to do anything. I just want to remind them, and then they will make up their mind.
What is your mission?
For the Liberian people to be reminded of the failure of the pro agenda. That's it. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Okay, I'm going to send a message to the administration. We're going to be having a retirement program for you very shortly. Okay? Good night. Yeah, man. What's that, man? Who are retiring? People that
but I saw people. Just take it each of my own man.
The folks you're listening, they want to retire me. Sedition having a bad night. They're having a bad night, so they want to retire me. They want to kick me out of the show.
The man got a call from where Liberia to tell you put your foot in your mouth.
No, the man called and explained that there was some missing money. But it was not equivalent to $16 billion.
You didn't know that Helen Johnson. Why you think you had those people to solve it? You didn't know that they went.
And that's why I'm going to all of those things that are in the report that I have here. When I do the stuff Monday, everything gonna come out. I'm not gonna hide it.
Yeah, you the general auditor now for
no, but I'm trying to remind the Liberian people where we were and how we got here. These people refuse. Your sedition. You refuse to learn.
I mean, you're getting the electorate confused. You're having the electorate confused. We have time like that for you. Who have a candidate? If I have a candidate by this time, I don't have time. I'm going to.
Let me answer Jonathan. Let me answer Jonathan, guys.
Oh, let me bring Jonathan on. I already finished talking.
I know you finished talking about that. Let me bring him. Okay, you're gone now. Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
So, what time you will be the chair for that retirement program? Okay, and then we'll have.
Oh yeah.
You're sedition. You're having a bad night, and you want to retire me now. You're having a bad night. I think I your pro medicine. I your pro medicine. Yeah, so I your pro medicine.
You better get some water and drink.
Yeah, Jonathan. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so very kindly for flagging the 25 million meant for the SS liquidity.
Yeah, we go.
Okay, SS liquidity of the market. Mr. Su, got to take the thing important. And 75,000 is not meant to pay Silver 7. That 25 million contribute towards paying Silver 7. According to the information right now, Silver 7 are paid from E to Z. So if your name is Z, you're likely not get paid very soon.
Oh, so they pay people from A. They pay you by monthly by your last name.
Yeah.
I think ANC full of conspiracy.
Yeah. So the 25 million. The 25 million, according to the cruise report, it was a complete failure. So network took the money back, gave it to friends that he thought I could give it to. The essence of that procedure called inflation. There are two processes that normally are considered. They got a physical aspect of it, which comes from Ministry of Finance and got a monetary aspect of it. So if you have inflation in your country, especially for Liberia situation, when you want to use the fiscal aspect, that's the time you go to the court and see through your Ministry of Finance expenditure who all you owing. So, for example, streamers, they're owing millions for road fund. If Governor Liberia was owing streamers or owing other people, what it means is that government will start to pay off her debt, because the understanding is that when you pay off your debt, those people will bring the money back into the economy. That's the fiscal aspect. The monetary aspect is where you pass the money through the bank so that you'll be able to give it to the bank, who will then give it to the Foreign Exchange Bureau. Unfortunately, Senator chose for himself to give money to his friends. No, so it's not disturbing that these things come up. We have to see it to our people over and over.
I'm doing a whole show on it Monday. I'm doing a whole show on it Monday. I got all the documents.
I was in Accra. My friend just gave me a little chance. I was in Accra, and then I needed to buy food gas at the airport, and they told me to go to the bureau in the terminal. When I got to the bureau instructed me, because the money in their mind was dirty, but in Liberia it's acceptable, to go outside the bureau, outside the terminal, to change money. When people put that kind of mechanism to place, when the foreign exchange is very protected, then you have investment flow. When you have someone toward distributing money on your friends, no office, the telephone number cannot go through, no business registration, no bank account. I mean, for heaven's sake, let's feel sorry for the ordinary people for once.
That's fine. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Don't let it go because
No, I'm here.
People is talking point over there that got no iota of truth in it.
Okay, all right. Okay, let me read it. Let me read it to you.
No. What? No, there's what he's saying. There's some level of truth in it. Samuel 12, he gave out money, which of course he never even came out to really apologize. Just use his word as usual. How the hell you can go give money to people that you don't even know? No,
He led the economic management team. He led the economic management team.
The EMT is headed by Summit 12. Summit 12 was not, Summit did not handle physical cash. Summit 12 advised that the people will not bring the money to the bank. You were advised that. So
my brother.
I come in. No.
Your money fue over here. I got all the people here Monday. I will read the whole thing.
So
I will read the people report.
I mean, they're advising that the easier way to map up excess liquidity from the market was to go to those people and collect the money. That how they went to Total gas station and Total had over, I think, $2 billion Liberian dollars they were to buy from Total.
What about the people that don't have business registration that get money?
The 25 million you guys talking about, the 25 million, all of it were not used. They used 17 million, all of the 25 million.
I'm not talking about 25 million today used. What of the people that never have business registration and received money and the other report proved that it could not be accessed?
Brother, we all know there was discrepancy in the
man, I can't. What about discrepancy in people's stores and the debt operator was? What big about this thing here?
You see, that's the problem with you guys. When you got no evidence, you're only saying and they say. Because from the get-go, when it started hitting your...
Man, how do you receive money when you don't have a business registration? It makes sense to you?
Let me ask you a question. Like,
people, let me close this show. I gotta go. I beg you.
My brother.
I beg you. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
The audit report tells me that people receive money that don't have no business registration.
Jonathan, thank you. Your turn in Carter, winter Carter. Your turn in Monday. Your turn in Monday, and let's have the conversation. Thank you, Winter. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead. Your turn in Monday, and we'll have a wonderful, wonderful show because I have all this stuff here. We're gonna go through them. You saw, folks. On a very serious note, there was a young man that called from Liberia tonight, He called. Of course, he was having some internet issues, so I called him back, and he was able to straighten out some stuff. That some of the statement that I made that perhaps have little inaccuracies amount in the context, and he was able to straighten me up, which I appreciate. And there was another gentleman that called earlier. He also straightened me up. That I appreciate. So I'm not here with a rigid position. I make this statement based on paper that I have. And if the paper is if what I'm reading, if other people have other information and decide to bring that in, I will take it. I will take it. I will take it. So that's how the conversation is supposed to start. Okay. But you're gonna come out and you want to make a ridiculous statement, and then we will disabuse you immediately. Again, folks, Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, who has passed his time, and you heard the CEO here of LIBERIA Public Radio, that he will now have a meeting and with the management of LPR to have a retirement program for me, and not only retirement program, but I will be putting into convalescent home now because the CDC was not having a good night. I love it when I bring that up like that. When I bring, he try, he make it. I told him, I said, that I'm here the way electron you play you. That this is mighty barrow. He said, okay, I give up. I gave away. I gave away all the people. I gave away to they run away. We're not gonna come here with plenty book. Plenty book. I say, well, you know what? I mean, I don't know, but I'm going with total idea. But the point here, I'm speaking from facts. Unless all the people that wrote this thing, they were lying. And if they're lying, then I'm sorry. But this is what the people say. I'm reading it. I read the whole thing from the pro-poor agenda. And I like the way the young man said. He said, where in a pro-poor agenda summary you read that they said we have to invite the stakeholder. I will look for that Monday, I will bring it up. Again, folks, Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, I want to thank all of you again tonight for tuning in. We will be back here tomorrow to Mr. Social, where he will try to educate me. And I'm putting very lightly and very politely. He will try his best to educate me tomorrow. But liberal, they're total liberal. You can't teach them. They want a new trick. I got them all. As long as I got EJ Raw, Moga music behind me in my blood, you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. I'm blocked. My ain't faying you more. You ain't faying my more. What you will do now? Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Folks, I want to thank all of you again on a very serious, and let us continue to pray for each other and those of our sisters and brothers that in hospital and everywhere else. Let's continue to offer prayer for them as well. We pray that they will be fine. We pray that they will join us again. We're going to have fun together. God is wonderful, and God will continue to do miracles for all of us. For all of us. And this sister of mine that is in the hospital, we pray that she will be fine and be herself again, because we really used to enjoy her, and she'll be back. And she's an organizer, community organizer. Very, very, very good. Very good. She'll be fine. Anyhow, let's offer prayer for her as well. And lastly, let us also offer prayer for the country and the entire leadership of the Republic of Liberia, including the opposition leadership. Because believe it or not, we might not agree with them, but every one of those people want Liberia to move forward. How we get there is the difference that we're fighting over. We're not literally fighting. We're scrabbling over it. We're trying to engage each other to see who has the best way to go there. But we know what we want to get. We know what we want. But who's going to take us? And by what means they're going to take us? Those are the burning question. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again and say good night. Let's meet tomorrow night.
Abayiro de barao. Abayiro de barao. La coro postaki abayiro de barani. Abayiro de barao. Abayiro de ba. Ana titi mwenye yi abayiro de barao. Akwo warekio. Ogu yuri keserio warekio. Akwo warekio. Karma yuri keserio warekio. Joko yuri ketiko wareki. Supu yuri keserio wareki. Ipe yuri ketiko wareki. Kanye yuri kesakio wareki. Koje yuri kesakro wareki. Enkabaradu. Kiki eko. Matu otere to ya sapare yebo na mama. Muri yasiko na yebo ma yukrim. Enkabaradu. Kiki eko. Matu otere to ya sapare yebo na mama. Muri yasiko na yebo ma yukrim. Didi mregei. Abayiro de bala o. Abayiro de ba. Abayiro de sakure yiro de bala. Abayiro de bala o. Abayiro de ba. Obi amata me sakure yiro de bala kini. Akwo wareki o. Pablo yiri beti to wareki. Akwo wareki o. Beti yiri geseri o wareki. Gere yiri beti to wareki. Aje abesa pre o wareki. Bako papa yiri beti to wareki. Aje yiri besaki o wareki. Enkabaradu o. Kiki eba. Matu o kere to ya sapare yebo na mama. Muri yasiko na yebo wa yukuri mere. Ya tu pobre y